最后一天。大家可以看一下这些排队的人，就是其实什么年龄段的人都有，年轻人也有年纪大一点的人，当然也有小孩。小孩其实占的比例不是特别的多，因为这样的博览会其实不是特别适合小孩来参加，要一直排队，有很长的这种演讲啊、座谈会，可能一些小孩他会不够有耐心。主要还是成人在参与。我在想，如果是在国内办这种活动，能不能办起来？因为毕竟，可能很多人会这个误以为说迪士尼其实是给小孩看的，但实际上真的不是。在美国，迪士尼真的是很主流的一个兴趣爱好吧。每天进场之前，在门口过了安检都可以拿这个提兜。除了提兜之外，还有一个导览册。这个回去可以给大家抽奖，就是让你们假装来过那个 D23 Expo， 好吧？这一场是叫 Parks Experiences and Products， 对吧？所以是全球的，包括主题乐园、度假区，然后他们搞的各种活动，对，游轮都包括，它商店都包括。每一场现在都不会空着手出来，都会有一些小礼物。这个应该是一个复仇者联盟的那个园区的徽章，然后一个 Target 的那个狗叫 Bullseye 一个徽章，然后后面还有一个 Target 的$10的一个迪士尼商店礼品卡。
Husband and wife songwriting team, Kristen Anderson-Lopez and Robert Lopez.
Oh my God, I'm so touched. There are so many of you. I feel really loved right now. It's gonna make up for my childhood. The most important thing is looking for those moments in a story where emotions are so high that they can't speak anymore. They have to sing. Looking for those moments where a character either makes a transformation or a decision. Ideally, both. A moment where the character is at a crossroads and emotions are high. They need to sing to figure out their thoughts. And by the end of the song, there's a direction that's going to move the story forward. We look for that like someone looks for water in the desert. And when the stick starts to wiggle, we go, there's a song, there's a song. The other thing is, we look for what we have to say, what we know from our own experience. Frozen, our two daughters are here. Frozen is always inspired by being both a sister myself and a mother of two daughters, and watching how amazing that relationship is, how it can either lift each other up or pull each other down, and how just full that relationship story is. They showed us this artwork, and there was a picture of an older sister doing this magic and throwing this snow up into the sky, and a younger sister looking by.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, you're invited to join us in just 15 minutes for the D23 Expo's.
We gotta go.
15 minutes!
Energetic dancers who join together with some of your favorite
Energetic dancers, y'all.
Celebrity guest grand marshals for the ultimate D23
Boys
Expo
can dance too.
celebration. The fun
Back to, so this older sister doing magic, and the younger sister looking like, oh my gosh, my sister is amazing. And I knew that because I had, at the time, a 6-year-old and a 2-year-old. And the 2-year-old just thought that her older sister was a superhero. And so that's one of the reasons we did the movie.
One thing I'm always amazed by in working with a lot of songwriters and composers is it seems that no group or single artist has the same approach to songwriting. Is there anything about your process that you could identify that's predictable, or obviously we've all heard the story about Let It Go being written in a park bench in Prospect Park in Brooklyn. Is there anything you can talk to about that?
Well, it's funny, we do the 9 to 5 thing, except it's more like 10:30 to 6.
We try to exercise from 9 to 10 and then shower.
After that, you know, we've noticed that sometimes you're sort of in the spot where you're supposed to be working and you feel like you need to just break out, like you're hitting your head against the wall. And we've learned that when you start to hit your head against the wall, that's the time to stop working and do something else, like take a walk, or, you know, have a change of scene, or do something else. And then your brain is working on the problem creatively in the background of your mind. And very often, you know, sometimes someone goes to the bathroom or something and just all of a sudden, just because they weren't forcing themselves to try to work, and they emerge from the bathroom like, I got the song. So
I find going to the bathroom is when I come up with my best stuff, so I call them epiphanies.
That sounds like a song.
And something no one talks about, and it used to happen more, and it still happens when we have big mountains to climb, we tend to get in fights. Like when we have a big song to write, we fight at the beginning, and it's always about control. It's always about who's gonna take the lead and whose idea is gonna work. We go away, and usually that sort of clears the deck. We come back and we're like, I'm open to your idea. I hear you, and let's start again. And usually that is where we start to really do the hard work. We have to both let go of control in order to let the muse come in and tell us what the story needs.
it was a really hard kind of landing to hit, but we wrote that sad, tender version first with an eye towards, if we speed this thing up, is it going to be fun? And because it also had to be fun. And
the other story, if you don't mind me interrupting, is that we were at breakfast and we were getting the girls ready to school, and at the time we had a piano in our kitchen. We live in Brooklyn, we had a loft, so everything, the kitchen and the piano were all connected. And he sat down in his boxer shorts and he wrote this melody, and I said, I need that melody, give it to me on my phone. I have to go into town for an a cappella musical I'm working on. I took that melody and wrote the lyric on the subway on the way to my rehearsal. And really it's basically the song that you hear it 17 times through the film.
Yeah, it was such a quick thing. We thought about it for about 5 weeks and we talked about it, but then when we wrote it was like one morning. And we always think of it as like, we always forget that we wrote it, which is ironic because it's called Remember Me.
It's always like finding $20 in your pocket. I'm like, oh, hey, we did write that song.
Yesterday we previewed 3 new songs from Frozen 2. All Is Found, which is sung by Evan Rachel Wood as the mother.
You only heard a tiny part of it.
Tiny bit of that. And then Some Things Never Change made a live debut with all 4 of the main cast members. And then Into the Unknown, the new Elsa song. So, how do you guys feel going in, leaving here, knowing that they've got a little taste?
Here's the thing.
November 22nd.
We are so excited for you guys to hear the songs from Frozen 2. You're getting a secret message. We're so excited to hear this, to release these songs, because we've been working on them for so long, and we've put so much of ourselves and our experience and our love and heart for these characters and the gift that Frozen has brought to our lives. We really had a huge responsibility to do right by Anna and Elsa and Kristoff and Olaf, and
Especially Kristoff, we had to give him a song this week.
So I'm afraid I'm being told the crowd got a little too big, so we're gonna have to wrap things up now. So
are you really? Okay.
yes. So thank you all
Please
for
disperse.
coming. November 22nd, Frozen 2 in theaters everywhere. 7 new songs from these guys and a few other surprises. So thanks for coming out.
Thank you. Sorry.
个电视剧集版的配音演员。
Brett Island, Bill Farmer, and Tony Anselmo. Bill truly is goofy in real life. he really is. We have had experiences. I think one of my favorites is when he went to go set a Coke down on the soundboard and it started to tip.
Yeah, and I think there's a goofy curse that goes along with his voice. And one day I was in the studio and I had a Coca-Cola and I sat it down on the edge of the mixing board. But I didn't put it down solid. It was like half on, half off. It started to fall. I grabbed it. I hit the neck. The bottle started spinning, spewing Coke all over the probably couple of $100,000 audio board. Ears were going, ah! Oh, 5 for 2. Oh, what the fuck? And you have everybody see my gal. Now if you're ready to 5 for 2, come on quick.
Fellas, we're at the D23 Expo.
Gorge, they said folks are going to want to take pictures with us and get autographs. Well, where do you think we should set up, Mickey?
How about over here? This looks like a good spot.
Out of my way, you yardsticks. That remote table is mine.
Well, the crowd should be here any minute.
Oh, hey, what's the matter, boys? Not popular enough? Or is everybody just here to see me?
Gosh, I wonder how come nobody's stopping by to take our pictures.
Well, do you think maybe we should have worn our Kingdom Hearts costumes?
I tried, but security wouldn't let me in with my keyblade.
Remember me, though I have to travel far.
Remember me, each time you hear a sad guitar. Know that I'm with you the only way that I can be. Until you're in my arms again, remember me.
All right, and Linda, why don't you give us Jasmine doing your best Judy Hopps line?
100 tickets? I'm not gonna write 100 tickets. I'm gonna write 200 tickets before noon.
And Paige, you get to do Jasmine's. Here we go.
Jafar, I never realized how incredibly handsome you are. You're tall, well-dressed, and your beard is so twisted.
And Jody, you are going to give us your best Tiana.
Okay.
As
I'll do
Ariel.
my best. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh no. No. There is no way I am kissing a frog and eating a bug on the same day. Oh.
排一下迪士尼商店，这个店一直排队的人都非常多，然后我们一直都没进去。看看这个迪士尼商店里有什么。 才得200。果然非常准。最后再看几眼，我觉得这3天真的是特别棒，就跟做梦一样，真的是被迪士尼粉丝包围，而且都是真正的粉丝。然后我们参加的各种活动也都是内容非常丰富，而且现场都非常炸。我不知道我以后还有什么样的机会可以见到这么多的明星。其实已经在期待下一届的到来了。我觉得下一届，如果不出意外的话，我应该还是会想办法来的吧。我们就先定这么一个小目标，2021年的夏天，我们还来安纳汉姆，还来参加 D23 Expo。哇，拍照还要排队。